All right, glad you're here. Let's continue on those $1,000,000 habits, right? Your habits are either helping you or hurting you. There's no other option. And I said it before, you want to be successful, you want to be that millionaire, you start thinking, acting, and doing what other millionaires do. What are their habits? Again, there's no secret here. You develop those habits, it makes it easier for you to be successful, to change your mindset, and increases your speed to wealth.
It's Millionaire Psychology again. This is Kurt Mortensen. Welcome back. Let's get down to it. Let's talk about it. Things you need to be doing to increase your income. Procrastination. Do you want to talk about this now or later? We all want to put it off, don't we? Procrastination is when we postpone an important event. It's almost what we call the fear of success. It's a state of avoidance. It's an excuse not to perform. When you look at taxes in the United States, April 15th, people wait till April 15th to do them. We cram for finals. We wait till the last second. Why do we do this? Part of it could be fear. Part of it could be a fear of success. Part of it could be a fear of criticism. And for a lot of people, it's because they're feeling a little overwhelmed. Let's talk about this. This is important to understand. You are busy, and you've added a few things in your life that you become busier. Well, let me give you an example. Let's say I've been over to Asia for a few weeks. I've got doing some stuff for the publisher. I'm doing stuff for my business, and I come home. And my wife has things to do. I'm excited to see my kids. They have things for me to do. My neighbor has things for me to do. There's things I need to do with the business. There's so much for me to do, then I end up taking a nap. Anybody relate to that? Because this is how the brain works. You ready? When you feel overwhelmed, your brain shuts off and does nothing. And that's one reason that many people tend to procrastinate. If you want to write a book, which I encourage everyone to do this, you want to write a book. Most people never start because the thought of writing a book is very overwhelming, so they end up doing nothing. So the moment you feel overwhelmed, what you need to do is break it down into smaller, manageable, bite-sized pieces. That is so important. Most people don't even get that. So when you're looking at becoming financially independent, becoming a millionaire, and that's overwhelming to you and you're doing nothing, break it down. What does that mean daily? What does that mean weekly? What does that mean monthly? And when you can understand that, you will not procrastinate as much. Every day you're closer or farther from your goals. We need to be aware why we procrastinate. Don't look at your future as a threat, but as a challenge. Learn these skills. Set your priorities. It's a big aspect of your success. So again, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you tend to procrastinate, what you're looking at is too big. Back to the book example. Can you write a page a day? Can you do 10 pages of research a day? When you break it down into smaller pieces, it goes a long, long way for your success. And that's why the motto is always going to be ready, fire, aim. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. A mediocre website today is better than no website. A mediocre real estate offer is better than no real estate offer. A mediocre book is better than no book. It was Theodore Roosevelt that said, in the moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. I know this makes you a little nervous, especially my analytical friends out there. You want to get all your ducks in a row. You got to read some more books, do a little more study, talk to a few more people, go to a few more seminars, a few more conference calls. You will never accomplish anything. You can learn a lot more by getting ready a little bit. I'm okay with that, but then getting out there and doing it. So what if you fail the first time? You've learned more from that experience than all the books you can ever read on it. I know it makes you a little nervous. I understand that. But we need to be people of action. Indecision is a thief of opportunity. It was Napoleon Hill that talked about how millionaires are quick to reach decisions. They don't hem and haw about it. If you were doing real estate, you saw a foreclosure and it was perfect and all the numbers lined up, but you wanted to sleep on it, and you came back the next day, what's going to happen? it's going to be gone. People of action. Hopefully it doesn't make you nervous, but you need to learn to make quick decisions, learn to overcome procrastination. With that, we need to understand $1,000,000 habits, because habits dictate your future. As you know, we're creatures of habit. I don't know if you knew this or not, that 90% of all your behavior is based on your habits. You just do it. So here's the question of the day. Are your habits good or bad? The answer is both. You have very good habits and you have very rotten habits. So we need to look at your habits. Are they bringing you towards your goals, or are they repelling you from your goals? Where are your habits taking you? Your life right now is an accumulation of all your habits and choices. Habits determine your future success, but they also determine your future failure. The challenge for most people, it takes time for your habits to show up. When you talk about weight gain or getting into debt or addictions, those things don't happen overnight. You didn't get deep in debt overnight for most people. Or you didn't gain 30 pounds overnight. It was a little bit here, a mistake here, not thinking about it here. That's the challenge. It's not instant. You've probably heard that fast food, eating hamburgers, is not good. Now imagine if you went to a hamburger restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and you ordered a large double cheeseburger and french fries. When you put the french fries out on your tray and you took a big bite of that burger. Now every time you took a big bite of that burger, what if this happened? You felt your rear end get a little bigger. And you took a drink of the Coke and you felt your stomach get a little bigger. Do you think it'd be pretty easy to stop doing that? Well, the answer is yes. And that's a big part of it, is realizing it takes time for your habits to show up. And we really need to think through our habits and where they're taking us. Where are your habits taking you? And your goal is to analyze those habits. Who has the habits you want? And how are you going to replace a habit? Now here's the key. You've probably heard that it takes 21 days to create a habit. Now deep down you know that's not true. You've done stuff for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then all of a sudden you stopped. Now 21 days is a good start, but it's a little bit more than that. And I do not want you to change your habits. What I want you to do is replace your habits. So if you have a bad habit of watching TV all night long, what could you replace it with? Reading books, or maybe educational TV, or exercise. If you have a bad habit of eating ice cream late at night, maybe you want to replace that with exercise, or replace it with eating carrots or something a little more nutritious like yogurt. Things you can think through. You also have to visualize your habits. See, the challenge for most people is they want to go on a diet. Let's go back to that diet example. And their enemies, let's say chocolate cake. No, better yet, how about French fries? So they know French fries are bad, but they're thinking about French fries. Oh, I love French fries. They're warm and they're salty, and you dip them in ketchup, and they taste so good. No, can't have them. Oh, but they're so warm and they're salty, and they have this little battle in their minds. Eventually, when you're visualizing it like that, you're going to eat French fries. You have to change the way you think about things. If you have a bad habit of watching TV, just imagine your brain cells popping or getting destroyed. If you have a bad habit of French fries, I can cure you of French fries. Just go to that restaurant, get a large order of fries, pour them out on your tray, look at them for a second, then take a big handful after they cool down, hold it above your head and start squeezing those French fries in your hand. Squeeze it as hard as you can as that yellow pulpy mass squeezes between your fingers, and the yellow lard starts dripping down your hand onto the floor and stains your shoe. That yellow lard that's killing you and making you gain weight. Okay, I'll stop there. Guys, you get where I'm going with this? See if I ruined you about French fries. But you have to change the way you think about things. You have to really take a look at your habits. Make sure you understand exactly how that works. What habits are holding you back? What new habits will you acquire to replace your bad habits? Think it through. Again, you have good and bad habits. What habits do you replace? What habits are kind of taking you in the wrong direction? Doesn't matter where they came from or how long you've had them. Take a look at those habits, replace it with a better habit, and it'll make a big difference in what you're able to accomplish. Work on this homework. Go through it, think about it, and make sure you come up with some very, very good solutions.
Take a look at this homework here. Your habits. We all have these habits. Are they helping or are they hurting? You need to take a look at them. And I don't want you just to change your habit. I want you to replace it with something better, because it's very difficult just to stop a habit, do it cold turkey. What are you going to replace it with? So not only identify the habit, but what are you going to replace it with? So when you have a desire to do the old habit, it becomes natural, it becomes part of you. Then you develop those $1 million habits, and success is easy.